1st, 2023. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, we have to do a little housekeeping for our transcriptionist. This evening, all members of the board are here. Our attorney is here, Mr. Krogan. Our building inspector, Mr. Welch. Absent this evening is Mr. Adkins, our fire inspector, and we wish him a speedy recovery. And we can now proceed with our regular agenda. First on the agenda this evening is the approval of February the 1st, 2023 minutes. I need a motion to approve. Mr. Madden, Mr. Brito, a second. Any discussion? Roll call. Mr. Madden.
Yes.
Mr. McCormick.
Yes.
Mr. Brito.
Yes.
Ms. Witt.
Yes.
Ms. Houston.
Yes.
Mr. Higbee.
Yes.
And I vote yes. Next on the agenda is, I apologize if I say this wrong, May
Before you
Lynn.
do that, do you want to read?
Oh, yeah.
preliminary?
Malin Reyes, but before that, just so we have to let everybody know that everyone here this evening is considered a preliminary. The board may or may not act on your application this evening. That's just something we have to add, okay? Next on the agenda is Malin Reyes, 100 North Street, Beauty Supply Retail Store. Please step forward.
Go over to the mic, please.
Just introduce yourself, your name,
My name is Mayelin Reyes.
and what do you plan on doing?
I'm trying to open a beauty supply store in 100 North Street.
Okay. We're going to open the public hearing. Anyone here wishing to step forward and speak on this application? Okay, Ms. Tu, do we have the mailings?
Yes, we do.
And do we have anything in writing?
Nothing in writing.
Okay, then we'll move on to the board for any questions, comments, or concerns. Okay. Could you give us your hours of operation, please?
I'm going to be open 8:30 to 4:30.
8 to 4:30 daily?
6 days in a week. Sunday going to be closed.
Sunday closed?
Yes.
Okay. Going back to the public. Anyone wishing to step forward, comment on this application? I'm going to close the public hearing, and I'm going to give the board one more chance. Any questions, comments, or concerns? Yes, Ms. Witt.
Hi, welcome. What will be your business name?
My business is going to be NCM Beauty Pro.
NCA Beauty
Pro
Products?
supplies, yeah.
Okay.
This is keep in mind, this is a retail establishment. They'll be selling products. And since no one else has any comments
I
or
do.
concerns? Oh, I'm sorry, Ms. Houston?
I just had a quick question about what you're selling. Will there be any chemicals that our fire inspector needs to know about as far as, I don't know, if you sell like things for permanence or,
No inflammatory, no.
okay.
Walt, any concerns?
No, sir, none at all.
I don't think Mr. Atkins had any, or else he would have.
Yeah, you said he had no notes on tonight.
Okay, great. All right, on the resolution for Malin Reyes, 100 North Street, Beauty Supply Retail Store, with hours of operation of Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., be closed on Sunday.
Yes.
Okay. Subject to the Middletown DPW and the Middletown Fire Department inspections, approvals, and when necessary, approval of the Commissioner of Public Works. The applicant will obtain all necessary permits and follow the permitting process, codes, and ordinances of the City of Middletown, the County of Orange, and the State of New York if applicable. In addition, if throughout any of the review process, the project is deemed to require bulk requirement tables, the applicant will supply said tables to an architect or engineer licensed in the state of New York. Whereas pursuant to the City of Middletown Code, Chapter 475, Article 4, Administration and Enforcement, Section 475-53, Paragraph E, Subparagraph 6, unless work is commenced and diligently prosecuted within 6 months and completed within 2 years of the date of the granting of a special use permit, such special use permit shall be null and void. All that is if in the next 6 months, if you cannot get your store open for whatever reason, you need to send us a letter to let us know that you need to extend your approval. Okay? Whereas this application is located in the DMU zone, therefore applicants must submit and receive approval from the Department of Public Works according to Chapter 407 Solid Waste, Article 2 Collection, Section 407-3 Collection, and comply with this section and any other sections enacted by the Common Council from this date forward. Therefore, applicants must receive approval from the Architectural Review Board on all facade work, exterior work in general, and exterior signage. Whatever sign you're going to put up, any work you're going to do on the outside of the building, you need to go before the Architectural Review Board before doing so, okay? Therefore, and the planning board will waive parking regulations. I need a motion. Mr. Madden, second. Mr. Brito, discussion. Roll call. Mr. Madden?
Yes.
Mr. McCormick?
Yes.
Mr. Brito?
Yes.
Ms. Witt?
Yes.
Ms. Houston?
Yes.
Mr. Higbee?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Good luck.
Thank you.
See the DPW for all your permits.
Thank you.
Next on the agenda, Jennifer Livesey, 6 Cortlandt Street, charcuterie assembly pickup only location. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Please introduce yourself
Peter Cirillo.
Jennifer Livesey.
and give us your intentions.
Well, our proposal is to take part of my office located at 6 Cortlandt Street on the main floor. It's currently a mixed-use building, and to take about 274 square feet, which is my existing lunchroom and a portion of an office, to create a charcuterie assembly and pickup location. There'll be no cooking on site. And I did have Mr. Welsh and Mr. Atkins at the building, and at the time, they had no issues.
Great. All right, let me, Ms. Tu, do we have the mailings? Yes, we do. Do we have anything in writing? Nothing in writing. I'll open the public hearing. Anyone present wishing to step forward and comment on this application, please step forward. Okay, I'll go to the board for any comments, questions, or concerns.
Do we have hours of operation?
We don't, but I can ask. Hours of operation.
7 days a week, 8 to 4.
And that was daily, right?
Yes.
Are those the same hours of operation as Mr. Cirillo's business?
No.
No, okay.
Since it's going to be, I know it's going to be pickup only,
Yes.
do you need to extend those hours for any reason? I mean, we're just looking so that you don't have to come back and do any extensions, because it could be a pickup after 4 PM, if it possible.
Yeah, I could extend it 8 to 8, but
I mean, yeah,
it's
just so
really
that-
just, I'll only be there if I have an order to prepare.
Correct.
And someone's picking it up.
Right, that's the way I
I won't
understood
be there
it.
all those times, and it's not like people will be coming in and out.
I mean, that doesn't really hurt us because it's separate from the
Yeah.
building, the architectural firm, so it doesn't matter. But this way,
Okay.
if you happen to be working there, it's not an issue.
Okay, thank you. Yes, I would
I'm gonna-
extend
I'm going to
that.
make it 8 AM to 8 PM, okay?
Thank you.
Just on that note, there's a common entry into the building, and then there would be a separate entry into her.
Each office.
Her space and my space.
And the tenant.
As long as you, but it looks like there's a door there that separates the two spaces, though.
It's just a lobby.
The lobby, right, but
Yeah.
there's a door into the charcuterie, and there's a door into your facility, right?
Yes.
Separate entrances,
locked, so-
common
Yeah.
foyer.
Yep.
Common for you.
That's okay, all right.
But foyer also is to the single-bedroom apartment upstairs.
But the 8 to 8, the 8 AM to 8 PM would allow anyone to do a pickup to only enter the charcuterie.
Yes.
Okay. Any other questions or concerns from the board?
What is your company name? What will you go by?
I'm still filing for a C Corp, so I don't have the
Okay.
final name.
Okay. And it will just be yourself, or do you have more than one?
Just me.
Just you? Okay,
Yeah,
of
sometimes I make my kids help me.
course.
Okay.
Walt, any concerns?
No, I was there with Thayer and everything's fine.
We'll go back to the public. Anyone present wishing to comment on this application, please step forward. I'm going to close the public hearing. Go back to the board one more time for any thoughts. Okay. On the resolution for Jennifer Livesey, 6 Cortlandt Street, charcuterie assembly, pickup only location with hours of operation of 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. daily. Subject to the City of Middletown DPW and the City of Middletown Fire Department inspections, approvals, and when necessary, approval of the Commissioner of Public Works. The applicant will obtain all necessary permits and following the permitting process, codes and ordinances of the City of Middletown, the County of Orange, and the State of New York if applicable. In addition, if throughout any of the review process the project is deemed to require bulk requirements, tables, the applicant shall supply said tables through an architect or engineer licensed in the State of New York. Whereas pursuant to the City of Middletown Code, Chapter 475, Article 4, Administration and Enforcement, Section 475-53, Paragraph E, Subparagraph 6, unless work is commenced and diligently prosecuted within 6 months of the completed within 2 years of the date of the granting of special use permit, such special use permit shall be null and void. I think you understand that already, Mr. Grillo, that if you don't, for some reason don't get started up in 6 months, please come back to us, send us a letter extending your approval, okay? Okay. Whereas, this application is located in the DMU zone. Therefore, applicants must submit and receive approval from Department of Public Works according to Chapter 407, Solid Waste, Article 2, Collection, Section 407-3, Collection, and comply with this section and any other sections enacted by the Common Council from this date forward. Therefore, applicants must receive approval from the Architectural Review Board on all facade work, exterior work in general, and exterior signage. I think you understand that, right, Mr. Carrillo? Before you do anything, you have to contact the Architectural Review Board. Therefore, and the Planning Board will waive parking regulations. I need a motion. Mr. Brito, I need a second. Ms. Witt. Discussion?
I have a question. Are we going to incorporate into that it's built in substantial accordance with the submitted plans because they did have to enclose it?
I can do, excuse me, I can do that. I can put it, I'll add to the resolution as per the plans submitted. Okay? There's no problem with that.
Just
Sure, go ahead.
on that note, I will have to do a construction set to submit to the building department. So wouldn't those plans be really the plans?
Well, what happens, this goes into our planning board file,
Okay.
that we're just making
Okay,
this
yep.
document part of the resolution.
Okay,
That's
there's
all.
always little tweaks from
Yep.
a design to a construction.
We understand. And you won't build it unless, according to this, the DPW and the Middletown Fire Department are happy.
Yep.
You won't get your CO anyway. How's that?
I have both Walt and Theron's cell phone numbers, so.
There you go. All right, so we're at the vote, roll call. Mr. Madden?
Yes.
Mr. McCormick?
Yes.
Mr. Brito?
Yes.
Ms. Witt?
Yes.
Ms. Houston?
Yes.
Mr. Higbee?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Next on the agenda, Love Williams, 19 North Street.
Thank you.
Good evening.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good evening. My name is Love Williams, and I'm seeking permission to open a event, rental, and retail business on 19 North Street.
Okay.
Yes.
Ms. Tu, do we have our mailings? Okay, I'm going to open the public hearing. Anyone present wishing to speak on this application, please step forward. And I'll move on to the board for questions, comments, or concerns. And I want to make sure that we clarify something first, okay? That this business is the rental and sales of party supplies.
Correct.
The 19 North Street will not be the place for rent. There will be no parties held,
At all,
hosted
no.
at this 19 North Street.
Not at all.
I just have to make that very clear.
Yes.
It's very important to the board, very important to the city. Okay?
Absolutely.
Right. Any
It will be
questions
the
on that?
storage of the supplies? The supplies will be stored there?
Yes, I do have a basement that I store the supplies.
Okay,
Upstairs, I just display what I want to be seen to beautify the place.
perfect.
And my hours of operation are going to be Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Sometimes I may stay a little late because in case somebody rents something, they're returning it later. I would just come and stay there a little later to receive it. Sundays, I hope to be closed, but in case somebody rents and use on Saturday, and at the end of their party, they want to return on Sunday, I will be open briefly to just receive whatever party rentals equipment they're bringing in for me. Mostly they return on Sundays. because
All
they're
right,
parties
well,
on
to open it up and leave it wide open for you, you could be open daily.
Okay,
And then it's, 9 a.m. start time. If you think, did you say 6 p.m. or
6 p.m.
do you need 7
Unless-
p.m. or 8? I mean, just so that you have that leeway, like you said, if someone wants to return something, all of a
Right.
sudden wants to come and rent something.
Right.
We don't want to,
I would like to push it to 8 p.m. to give myself that room. Yeah.
right, so I'm going to, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m., and I'm going to make it daily.
Sure. Works out. Perfect.
Anything else from the board? Any other questions?
Just a question about, will you have a lot of like large trucks coming in to pick up supplies? Like, I don't know what kind of supplies you're renting out. Where it might hold up
Large.
traffic.
The biggest van I'll be using will be Ford Transit, kind of a size Ford Transit.
Okay.
And then I will park right in front of the store. That side of the lane, I realize it's not good to park there, so I'll park across
Okay.
the streets. There's a little room there to just move the things in and out. That's it. But yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Okay, anything else from the board?
Walt, any concerns?
No, I was there, and Theron wasn't there because Theron had an illness, but I was there just, Monday, was it Friday or Monday?
Monday.
Monday. It's a nice place, really nice.
Thank you. Thank
Nice
you.
and
Walt.
clean, very nice,
Thank you.
no issues.
Okay.
Zal's Creation Event. ZAL Creation with a K event. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, I'll go back to the public. Anyone wishing to step forward and comment on this application, please step forward. Being none, I'm going to close the public hearing. Give the board one more chance. Anything, comments, questions, concerns? Okay. On the resolution, Love Williams, 19 North Street, a rental sales of party supplies. Subject to the City of Middletown DPW, the City of Middletown Fire Department inspections, approvals, and when necessary, approval of the Commissioner of Public Works. The applicant will obtain all necessary permits and following the permitting process, codes and ordinances of the City of Middletown, the County of Orange, and the State of New York, if applicable. In addition, if throughout any of the review process, the project is deemed to require bulk requirement tables, the applicant will supply said tables through an architect or engineer licensed in the state of New York. And again, to make it very clear, this place will not be hosting any events. It is only renting party and selling party supplies.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct. The only event I'll be holding there in the next 2 weeks is my grand opening. That's it.
That's fine.
Yeah, thank you.
Whereas pursuant to the City of Middletown Code, Chapter 475, Article 4, Administration and Enforcement, Section 475-53, Paragraph E, Subparagraph 6, unless work is commenced and diligently prosecuted within 6 months and completed within 2 years of the date of the granting of special use permit, such special use permit shall be null and void. If for some reason you don't have your grand opening in 6 months,
It's not happening. Next week, Saturday, it's happening.
ask for an extension of the approval.
Sure.
okay? Whereas the application is located in the DMU zone, therefore applicants must submit and receive approval from the Department of Public Works according to Chapter 407 Solid Waste, Article 2 Collection, Section 407-3 Collection, and comply with this section and any other sections enacted by the Common Council from this date forward. Therefore, applicants must receive approval from their Architectural Review Board on all facade work, general work, exterior work in general, and exterior signage. So before you put your sign up,
Yeah.
you have to go to the Architectural Review Board
So-
and any work on the outside of the building, okay?
Sure.
Therefore, and the planning board will waive all parking regulations. I need a motion.
So moved.
Ms. Witt. Second, Ms. Houston. Discussion? Roll call. Mr. Madden.
Yes.
Mr. McCormick.
Yes.
Mr. Witt, Brito.
Yes.
Ms. Witt.
Yes.
Ms. Houston.
Yes.
Mr. Higbee.
Yes.
Me, I vote yes. Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you.
All right. That being said, nothing left on the agenda. Motion to adjourn. So moved. Second, Ms. Houston. Mr. Madden, Ms. Houston, so moved.